You guys know what a census is? They ask how many people live in your household, and all the people in the area get all their numbers together, and they report back to the state and to the federal government about how many people live in Deming, right? And because of how many people live in Deming, that gives the government an idea of telling them how much money they need to send to Deming. So then, because of that, they can come up with this like per capita, per person dollar amount, right, that they're going to put into the United States. And some areas need more and some areas need less per capita, but they're going to say, okay, we're going to send X amount of bajillion dollars to Deming. And they do that because they count us in the way. They know how we're doing this and what it looks like in order to do that. So when they count them, then we have this on the state, local, and federal level, and this is how it works. So they're doing the same thing in the Roman Empire. They're counting the people in the tribes so that they know how much money to send to Israel. Now, Joseph is a member of a tribe, Judah. So he understands that he's a member of a community, and that not only does he need to go to Bethlehem because it ups his chance that there's going to be a Messiah born in his line, right? But he needs to go to Bethlehem because he needs to be counted. Him, his soon-to-be betrothed wife, and his child need to be counted, or that the tribe of Judah is not going to get what they are determined to get by their government entities, right? So he understands that as a part of a community, he has a responsibility to go to Bethlehem and to be counted, right? Because when you're part of a community, or you're part of a tribe, or you're part of a church, or you're part of a group, you have a responsibility to that group to make sure that you are counted, especially when it comes down to the important things of how we allocate different things. Because what gets measured gets managed. But this is, look, Mary and Joseph are trying to fulfill the promise that God has for them, right? And when the promise is out there, they're doing some things in order to get there. But this thing, when they hear about measuring, they're not running from it. Their heart is to give. Their heart knows that they need to get there in order to be counted, because it's not just important that they have the Messiah from their line, right? It's important that their tribe and their community and everyone that they represent is allocated what they need to be allocated. So they have a double responsibility that's happening in this thing. Now, they had to believe that they were going to have that baby, right, in Bethlehem. They had to believe they were fulfilling that prophecy of Micah, because ain't no way that my wife at 9 months pregnant is getting on a donkey or walking all that way, right? It's just not going to happen, right? So they knew that it was important, and they were willing to give of themselves to do it. They anticipated the promises. And if we have the anticipate of the promise being fulfilled, then we have to walk out what we have in front of us, right?